Hi! So, I usually make this video every year, but this year it's just like a tiny bit more important than usual, so yeah, stick around because I've got some stuff I want to say. But first things first, wow. 2024 was in fact a year. Who would have thought? It's the 5th year running where we have one-upped the previous year in terms of the channel's analytics. Like, I'll stick the stuff on screen now. It was green hours all around. It's crazy. Support you guys have continued to show the channel over this last half a decade has been crazy. This year marks the 10th year of me running this specific YouTube channel, which is like, I don't think I'll ever get my head around it, but you know, the fact that I'm seeing these numbers is insane. It's beyond what I ever could have imagined for the channel, so seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I mean, it's our first year fully monetized, so you know, I'll slap that on screen somewhere as well, I'm sure. Yeah, no, this has been one hell of a wild ride, but that's not the reason I'm making this video. No, I've not saved the yearly recap of last year for the end of February, no. I just figured I'd lead with that because, yeah, today is the anniversary of something. Namely, February 28th is the anniversary of when I started daily uploading. One day I just kind of started and then didn't stop, and it worked, I enjoyed it, and now we're here with a 4-digit sub account, which still feels weird to look at. Like, I'm not used to there being a comma in my sub count, but you know, I kind of should get used to it because it's been a year and a half now type stuff. It's been one hell of a journey since we started having a daily upload streak, and that was in 2020, meaning that this is the 5th one of these I've done. We've done it for half a decade, which is like, wow. And I kind of just want to take a moment to sit down and talk about that because that's insane. But for every day, for the last 1,800 or so, there is a video or piece of content that I've made to account for it. I'll stick the rules I follow by somewhere on screen, but the general idea is it's either a Twitch VOD, a video on Neremik 2, or this channel, and there's like very few exceptions where it hasn't been a brand new piece of content that's gone out. Like, I know these videos aren't the highest effort thing to make in the world, but I think the fact I've been able to consistently turn up and make them, and hell, I've pre-recorded 2 weeks of videos in advance recently to, you know, mask the fact I was away on vacation, is like, yeah, the fact I have done this streak for 5 years is insane, but it's not all me. Thank you guys for the support you've shown the channel whilst I've been doing it. You know, if I had done this, but every single video I posted had got 0 minutes of watch time, I wouldn't have been doing it, because I would have been looking at that stats page and it would have been like some advanced torture, but like, it hasn't been. You know, the only thing it has been advanced levels of fun. It might just be because I've spent the last few days struggling with a really bad cold, but seriously, I'm just super appreciative for how this channel is and what it means to me. Because, like, I've been doing this channel specifically for 10 years, YouTube for 11, and an upload streak for 5. I wouldn't have been able to do it for that long without your guys' support, and I mean that genuinely. As much as I will, back in the old days, I used to run around with the excuse of, okay, well, if nobody tunes in for this channel, then that's fine. This is a channel for me. And I was BSing, okay, this is a channel where I like the fact people do turn up and just tune in. You know, it's very fun to have people tune in and go, hell yeah. And yeah, again, to be in my 10th year of running the Neremik channel is never a sentence I thought I would say, but I think what's wilder is that, like, yeah, I could have technically posted a video this year and done it for 10 years, but no, I've done it for 10 years, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, like, there's now enough content on this channel to where if you wanted to get caught up on the entire Neremik lore and ethos and mythos and everything, yeah, if you watched every video on this channel, it would take you longer than One Piece. Like, I love doing this. I've always said throughout this channel's history that success is kind of relative to me. Like, I don't really care what anybody else says their metric of success for this channel would be. I care about what makes me feel as though I've been successful, which has changed over the years. Like, I'd say until maybe like 2020, if a video broke 10 views, I'd be like, okay, we did a good one. Whereas nowadays, I don't think my standards have increased too much. Like, my expectations for the channel routinely just get blown up out of the water. Like, whenever a video hits 10 hours of watch time, which is most of them, if I'm being honest, that's insane, because if you think they're averaging like 20 minutes, it's like, how many people are watching that in full to get that over the line? And the answer is a lot, or at least what feels like a lot to me. Yeah, just running this channel genuinely is like a blast. I always find some excuse to be happy over it, because genuinely, it's like, yeah, I'm not getting Mr. Beast numbers, but if you're telling me 30 people are watching a video the entire way through that I made while I'm yapping on about whatever dumb thing I pick for that day, then like, hell yeah. it's that sort of feeling that makes me say, I could do this forever. I want to do this forever. I think, like, it's no question. I've been going this long, I haven't burned out. I'm starting to think I'm kind of made for this. And I do not say that with confidence. I'm like the biggest flip-flopper that you'll meet on Earth, but I'm pretty confident that this is something I want to do for as long as I feasibly can. Which is very special to me, because there was a very long period of time where I wasn't sure I'd still be able to do this. Like back in 2019, I just went on a hiatus. Family wedding, didn't have any videos ready to go out whilst I was away. I come back and I just don't upload for a few months until one day I decided to. And then like 2020, I was like, okay, you know, is future me in 4 years gonna like still care enough to respond to some stuff I say in some offhanded videos, or like go back and react to all the videos? And then like 2021, I thought I was going to be swept away with university work, and 2023, I do not understand how the upload streak survived that year, if we're being honest. So it's like, again, time and time again, I've wanted to keep doing this, but like I thought something would stop me by now, but it's like, no, apparently either I'm the universe's favourite or just really persistent, which is like, okay, and I'm not going to complain about still being able to do this, because like I love doing this. Like, I've had some generationally, like, okay, like, that is rough buddy to your days, and then either on that day or the day after, I've been able to just sit down, record, and make a video, and like, everything has just been slightly more okay for a bit, which is like, hell yeah, that's what it's about. Because I love doing this. I love just sitting down and recording and having the anticipation to a video go out, whether it's on this channel or any other one for that matter. It's just nice doing this, regardless of what the size of this channel is. And I think the fact that we're still going, in spite of whatever people may think of this channel, is special, because this is against the odds. I mean, I've met a lot of YouTubers in my time doing this, whether it was through SMPs or through comments or whatever other means. I'm like, out of the ones I met in those early days, of which were hundreds, I can think off the top of my head of about 2 that are still making videos, not including myself, which is like, this is special to me. I know a lot of people will have the expectation that, like, you know, this is something that someone would do and then grow out of or forget about, but for me, I don't think that's the case. I don't think I'm ever going to consciously make the decision to stop doing this. You know, I like to think I stay relatively the same, depending on what year it is. So, like, I don't think I'm suddenly going to have a change in mindset that makes me want to stop doing this. And, like, even if I was somehow forced into stopping doing this, I don't think it's something I move on or forget about, because like, this is special. It always will be. Even if we didn't have the level of success we have now, it still would be. You know, I always used to say, back in school, in order to kind of deflect from the stuff that would come from having a non-mega viral channel in that sort of time and place. You know how it is, I'm sure. You either were that kid or you heard about that kid. But what I always used to say is that even if nobody tuned in, this would be something for me. And like, I was kind of coping. You know, I don't think anybody goes into wanting to make videos and hopes they're seen by no one. You know, it's always nice to have things be seen, and I think the mileage you get out of something, even if it were to be seen by no one, can kind of vary depending on the person. But, you know, for me, I was kind of coping at the time. Like, I did want people to tune in. I did want people to enjoy it as much as I also enjoy making these things. But to kind of credit me, I wasn't exactly wrong either. Like, this is for me. You know, I would say, oh, it's like an archive of how I am, and I can look back in years' time, yeah. And you know what? It is, like, 10 years on belt, I kind of think it is an archive now. And, like, I ended up developing a load of skills. I'm meeting some bloody good people. I'm, like, doing some insane things. You know, like, I'm way better in terms of speaking now than I used to be. Like, I used to pass this off as quote-unquote speaking practice. Yeah, the practice has paid off. I'm at least way more confident and competent a speaker than I once was. Like, this has, like, kind of paid off in ways other than just the raw numbers, which I think is super cool. Because, you know, it's like, I know how to use Photoshop, I know how to use Vegas, like, those are genuine skills, even if I do primarily use them to make silly posts on Twitter here and there. But, like, that's insane to me. Like, on my worst days ever, I legit can sit down, record something, and just feel normal. And, like, I think this is something that should be just prescribed on the NHS, because it's like, the feeling I get doing this is, like, unmeasurable, and the stuff that's managed to come out of it, like, I could have not imagined in my wildest dreams. Like, I'm not joking in this. At the end of last year, I went on a 2-week vacation, and in the lead up to that, I recorded so many videos so there was still content to go out, and you'd think I would be burned out or not miss recording videos during that break after all that. Like, you could not be more wrong. Like, yeah, I see the videos going out on my phone whenever I could and go, hell yeah, that's nice. But like, no, I genuinely got kind of tilted after a few days that I couldn't record because I was kind of in the middle of the ocean. It's like I could make little video messages on my phone, but you know what I mean. Not being able to hang out with you guys either on a live or just in a video and yap about what was going on in my day drove me crazy. And it's like, is it addict behavior or love of the game? Place your guess. And I think that to me, that kind of moment where I had a realization that, okay, by most people's metrics, I should have been burned out multiple times over long ago now, and I'm not, kind of cemented to me that, yeah, I could do this forever. I want to do this forever, and to be quite frank, I think I will do this forever. In what form that may be, I don't know. It's like, I don't know how many more games I feasibly can play through until we want to start just replaying them. Like, I'm not sure if I'll be doing Let's Plays forever, but you know, I'm very happy with the mileage we've got out of doing them regardless. I don't plan to stop. It's just, you know, how many games are there feasibly out there that I would want to play through? If I ever run out at some point, I'll consider that a job very well done. And yeah, I don't really know how to end this other than, I guess, just another thank you. I know it's kind of reminiscent and stuff, but seriously, this channel, I always say we, or us, or ours when I'm referring to like when a video is going to come out or something, you know, like it's our Let's Play, our review, because it is, like, I think this is a collaborative effort. I may work on the videos, but you guys are in fact the motivation for me to make them, other than the crippling addiction. But yeah, nah, this has been one hell of a joint effort to upload daily for 5 years. Don't take this, by the way, as like any sort of indication that I'm planning to go and stop the streak now. It would be nice and easy to say, okay, we made it half a decade, let's go, bye. But it's like, I don't really see much of a reason to stop it. Like, I'm going to be recording either way. What's the point in just ending a streak formally and then keeping it going in all but name? It's like, no, I want to keep doing it. I think of any year, this year is probably the one where it will stop. It depends on how busy I get with, you know, life trademark, but I don't mind. I don't mind. So, yeah, I suppose the best way I can end this is just by saying thank you again. It's been one hell of a ride, and it's one I do not plan to get off anytime soon. And I don't mind if you've been avidly watching the channel for a week, or you've been occasionally checking in for years. Legitimately, you guys just being here and tuning in means so, so, so much. I know we may not be the biggest channel in the world, but I think there may be a case to say that we have the most fun doing this. I got no data to back that up, but like, it feels right to say that, you know? We just have fun. We hang out, and we're gonna keep hanging out into the future, hopefully. So yeah, seriously, I will link to the first video in the streak on the end screen for those of you interested. It's weird to think that little did I know nothing of what would follow that initial recording, but hey, it is how it is. So again, as usual, shout out to everybody who's joined me on this journey so far. Whether you are still conscious of the channel, whether you're watching this, or whether you have like just dropped off the face of the internet, thanks for being part of the ride. It's insane. Like, I swear, like, hundreds of people have their hands on this channel and have impacted it in some way, shape, or form. Seriously, that's either people that I've collaborated with, just talked to, or you guys that have commented and liked. It's, again, it's a collaborative effort, really. So yeah, I'll stick that video on the end screen. And I think that's everything, so I'm going to get to editing this down, I think. Yeah, it took a while to get everything I wanted to say, because it is now dark outside, but yeah, until next time, with all that said and all that aside, thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik, and once again, I really feel like I could keep on doing this forever.